Hello, everyone. Welcome to Online Seller UK podcast. My name is Prabhat, founder at Online Seller UK, and we've been doing this series of Amazon-related podcasts for some time now. And today we are talking about Amazon advertising 2023. And I've got a guest with me, Destaney Wishon from BetterAMS. And you've heard of Destiny for some time, and I follow her in LinkedIn and all the updates. So it's all very helpful there. So, Destiny, welcome to our podcast.
Oh, one, I am excited to be here. I feel like you and I haven't touched base in a while. I think maybe the last thing we did was, I want to say it was on video. Like
It
Amazon,
was.
was
It
it? Yeah.
was. Yeah, good memory. Good memory there.
Well, video is still one of the hot topics in 2023. So I'm sure we'll cover even more about that today.
Excellent. So advertising has changed a lot, as always it does with Amazon and new things coming along. I think it's good to start with any new updates that's coming along with
Yep.
advertising and your experience on that. Yeah, over to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it sounds good. So I'm going to start really high level because there's been a ton of small things that have been rolled out. But the two biggest things that I'm seeing in 2023 is Amazon's giving us access to a lot more data. So search query performance, brand analytics, brand metrics, and AMC and Amazon Marketing Stream, all of those are giving us better insights to make better decisions as things get a lot more competitive. So I'm really excited about that. And then the second thing we're getting more access to is just more creative control. So we now have sponsor brands video that show up at the very top of the page in the headline search ad placement. And we have sponsored display video that shows up on the homepage. And they're doing a lot more with lifestyle images. And we have stock assets built into advertising console and a video builder built in. So those are probably like the two areas of change I've seen and I'm most excited about.
Yes, excellent. So I think I've seen one of your updates on LinkedIn about the video on the top. So I think that might be a game changer here. So are you finding, with video ads, are you finding it is more effective than any other ads now?
So this is a little bit of a complex question in my opinion because there's so many new ad types, but
Yeah,
I would say in general, video is going to play a really big part of strategy. I mean, we've seen TikTok, we've seen
yeah,
Instagram Reels, we've seen influencers and all the work they're doing. Amazon's trying to capitalize in this movement. So I think that's why they're investing so much more in video. For us personally, we've seen video has some of the highest click-through rate and even conversion rates than the other ad types. And that's because they can convince a customer to convert. A sponsored product ad doesn't do anything but drive traffic, but a sponsor brand's video can drive awareness into why your product's better, which is why I think it's important. Now, it has been hard for brands to scale because there's limited inventory. It only typically shows up in the middle of the page, which means when everyone starts bidding on it, it gets super, super expensive.
mm,
Sponsored products doesn't usually do that because there's so many different placements. So I think like scalability is difficult. And in the past, videos have only been for one ASIN. So you have to
yes,
create a unique video for every single ASIN. But now that's changed where you can create one video and drive to your store page or a sub page on your store. So that's made it a little bit more scalable for brands.
absolutely. No, I think those are quite good updates there. So with regards to retailers, obviously everybody wants to scale their business on Amazon, and obviously there are with scaling, there's lots of competition and so on. So in your opinion, what are the few struggling points for the brands on Amazon at the moment?
I recently had to put together like an hour-long webinar on tacos, which is like the
Yes.
most
Yeah.
boring topic in the world, if we're being honest. But I've had more of my brand struggle with tacos issues in the last 6 months than probably anything else. And that's because advertising costs are increasing. So you're
Yes. Yes.
spending the same amount of money, if not more, and getting less in sales. And all of page one is covered in ads. So if you are not ranked in the top eight, you're having to rely on advertising typically, which is causing a really unhealthy balance of tacos, and margins are so much lower than they've ever been.
Yeah. I think there is no solution to that, is it? Or there is?
There is ish. I would
Okay.
say there's three things I've been pinpointing. One, make sure you know your long-term goals and continue to invest in those. Because a lot of brands will come to me and be like, I need to cut advertising right now. I need to be more profitable. And I'm like, okay, we can do that, but 60% of your sales are coming from ads. So are you okay with decreasing overall revenue? So I'm having to have a lot of like expectation setting and goal setting conversations. The second thing is improving your conversion rate. At the end of the day, that's like one of the most important things you can do to improve your tacos, because the more traffic that lands on your page and
Yeah.
buys, the better. And then the third thing that we're really, really investing in is organic rank, is just making sure that you're not relying on ads 100%, that you're getting in the top 8 organically. And that's helping a lot of tacos issues.
Absolutely. I think getting organically ranked and so that's a magic. That's a trick there, isn't
That's a
it?
whole different podcast.
Yeah. I won't go on to too much detail on that. Perhaps next time we can talk on that. So 2023. So with lots of changes that are coming along, and I'm sure a lot of retailers are trying to implement these, agencies are trying to implement these. So is there anything new that you're thinking that should be or that might be coming along, or any new updates are going to have a massive impact? So what do you see this 2023 on Amazon ads?
I think people are going to start leveraging external traffic a lot more.
Yeah.
So, whether it's using Amazon DSP to leverage Amazon's off platform traffic, or if you're going to be relying on TikTok or Google ads and driving to Amazon, I think that's going to be super important because Amazon PPC costs have increased. Like we
Yes.
see categories with an average cost per click of $3 to $4, which means you have to convert incredibly well in order to be profitable. And if you get to that point where you're paying $4 to $5 a click, maybe it's worth looking at, can I drive a cheaper cost per acquisition elsewhere?
Yes.
And then, of course, tracking the attribution organic rank with that. But I think that's super, super important this year.
Absolutely. And then again, working with external traffic sources, I believe it's very time consuming and you got planning involved.
Yes.
Well, like everything else. So looking at what you've been doing with external traffic, would you want to, it's completely open, you may say no, but do you want to line up top 3 external traffic sources for ads in attribution wise? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think one of the first places we're starting is with Amazon's DSP. And there is a lot of opinions in the space around DSP. There's a lot of mistrust in DSP because some people have not used it in a great way. But in general, I think Amazon DSP is one of the most powerful platforms out there because it allows you to advertise in a similar fashion as with Amazon PPC, but you now get all of the audience data Amazon has. So you can target by demographics, you can target by location. You can say, hey, every single person that searched for chapstick in the last 12 months, let me serve them an ad for hand lotion. Like you can, and then you narrow down only in the East Coast, only females, only between the ages of 17 and 23. Like you can get so detailed with it that I think it's incredibly, incredibly powerful.
Yeah, pinpointing that, that's where I think Google has dominated the
Yes.
ad space with all the demographics. That's what Amazon
Yep.
is doing.
And
Pretty
like,
interesting.
I feel like Amazon also has the benefit of purchase intent. Like everyone knows when you run Google ads, there's an opportunity to drive a little bit more awareness because you don't know if someone's searching for Nike shoes because they want to buy or because they want to research. Well, with Amazon DSP, you have all those attributes like you mentioned, but you also have the purchase intent in that if people are on Amazon, they're looking at purchasing.
Excellent. So I think it's good. You've given us very good information on where we are going to be with 2023. I think before we end this in the podcast, I think it will be good for you to introduce your company, which we didn't do at the start. Well, a lot of people know you by anyway, but anyway, if you could introduce your company and what you've been doing, and then where's the best place to get to if somebody wants to talk to you, that'll be good.
Yeah, of course. So I am CEO of BetterAMS. We are a retail media management agency. So Amazon, Walmart, Search, PPC, DSP, Instacart, all of the fun things we manage. And we have been doing it for almost 6 years now. That side's really cool and fun, but I think truly what we are really passionate about is education and content. So definitely feel free to check us out on LinkedIn or YouTube, and always feel free to reach out with questions.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time, Destiny, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.
Perfect.
Speak soon.
Thank you so much. See ya.
Bye. Bye.